Man, I gotta say, I'm really into this. I'm really loving kind of the interaction so far, and I think it's funny how their names are like so normal, but I kind of like it. You know, I'm not a big fan of these games that have more medieval or older style uh, settings with like super complicated names. Instead, they all have normal names like Rodney, Clive, and Joshua. I kind of like it. Hold touchpad to access the active time lore, a compilation of important information relevant to Clive's current storyline progression. All ATL entries can be accessed later in the game. That sounds cool. So instead of like just having a giant data log of everything, it gives you like stuff that's relevant? Or is it just everything? Is this just a data log? It kind of looks like it's just relevant stuff. That's really nice. That's good for me to be able to follow. Sometimes it's hard, especially when I'm Let's Playing. It can be hard for me to follow everything. Situated in the heart of the Ducal capital is Rosalith. It is from this towering ivory fortress that the Archduke and his family rule their nation. An architectural feat the founder himself would be proud of. The castle has stood since the early days of the duchy and watched over the rise of this proud nation and the people who inhabit the city beneath. City beneath? Is it literally beneath? Is this Midgar? A nation occupying the western reaches of the continent of Storm. Okay, the continent's name is Storm, with Rosalith as its capital. Rosaria was originally formed from a collection of smaller dominions, all of which now stand united under the banner of Archduke Elwyn Rosfield. Not possessing a mother crystal of its own, the duchy has long been locked in bitter conflict with the Iron Kingdom over possession of Drake's Breath, which lies still further to the west in the midst of the boiling sea. So there's more than one mother crystal. I was going to ask. Mother crystal made me think there's only one, but apparently there's more. Maybe there's 5, like in the old days. Wait. No, wait. In 1 there was 4, wasn't there? In 1 there was 4. I think in 3 there was 4 too. Yeah, 4. Okay. Another thing I was wondering was I'm just thinking out loud here, but I was thinking it seems like Rosalith has the Phoenix. Rosaria has the Phoenix. So I kind of wondered if each kingdom had a summon, but earlier it seemed that they were surprised that the one kingdom had Shiva, so that might not be the case. The summons might just be kind of random. We'll see. Archduke of the Grand Duchy of Rosaria and father of Clive and Joshua. Loved by his people for his steadfast leadership both at home and on the battlefield, which he put to good effort in quelling the rebellious northern territories. Okay, so he's the Archduke. They said that before, but he's the Archduke. Also known in the local tongue as Hararan. The Iron Kingdom is an archipelago nation situated off the west coast of Storm, with its capital at Craig Loisty. Is the G silent? A G is such a weird spot. Loisty. The Mother Crystal, Drake's Breath, rises from a volcanic island situated just within or without its borders, depending on whom you ask. Depending on... Oh, yeah. It has been the subject of long-standing conflict between the Iron Blood and the neighboring Duchy of Rosaria. The Iron Kingdom's inhabitants shun any contact with outsiders which has given rise to a unique, if largely inward-looking, culture. They look like barbarians. Do you smell burnt toast? Enormous glassy mountains, 5 of which tower over the lands of Valisthea. They are the source of all the crystals that the people and the twins rely on in their everyday lives. So crystals aren't only just magic, they're like a required source for living. They probably like grow crops and stuff. Like it seems like it's life or death kind of deal. Not only that, but the lands surrounding them are rich with aether, making the magics the crystals cast even more potent. For these reasons, great nations have sprung up around the Mother Crystal and have long warred with each other for possession of their belongings. Wait. So the Mother Crystals are not what we think they are. I heard Mother Crystal and I immediately thought giant crystal of power that spawns all the other crystals, like in the old days, right? But it sounds like the Mother Crystals are literally just a mountain range. But they have a lot of crystals in them, which is why we want them. Got it. See, that's a great thing. Like, I didn't get that from the dialogue, so it's nice to read it there. I like that a lot. I like this feature. I hope they use it a lot. I hope they tell me when new stuff appears in here, so I can keep checking it. Yeah, I agree. I like that feature a lot. And before I forget it and never use it again. Very possible that that happens. I'll be honest. Oh my god, jumping up the stairs is even better. Sound like a horse. Put it up, put it up, put it up. Possible, more like inevitable. Come on, give me more credit than that.
No messages, my lord.
Okay. I already forgot.
How long will you be away this time?
Not long. 4 days, maybe 5.
And you will be taking Joshua?
Well, I can't exactly leave him behind, can I? The blood of the Rosfields runs in his veins. Before going to war, we perform the rite at Phoenix Gate. It's our way. You know that. And only the dominant can enter the apothecary, so yes, I'm taking Joshua.
Oh, to hell with your way! The boy is ill.
You think I don't know that? But the boy is also the Phoenix. The heir to the throne. You can't keep him in swaddling clothes all of his life.
Elwyn!
Don't worry. Clive will watch over him. Though he is a youth of but 15 years, he's already a fine soldier. He will make a splendid shield.
You see more in him than the Phoenix did. He was rejected, Elwyn. Our household has no place for such a failure. He is worthless, a man like any other.
As am I, my dear.
Nonsense. You are the Archduke of Rosaria.
Oh, not this again. You know as well as I do that I only sit upon the throne because my father was taken before his time. I am merely warming the seat till Joshua comes of age.
You are your father's firstborn son, and you sit upon the throne. All is in its right place. Unlike some, you have not disgraced our noble blood.
Without men like Clive to keep us safe, your precious noble blood would long since have graced the gutter. We have an early start. I'm going to sleep.
Got her.
This is it then. Time to prove yourself.
Wishing on a star?
I'm a little old for that. I should get some sleep.
Right. You're going with them tomorrow, aren't you?
I am Joshua's shield. I'm sworn to protect him. He takes too many risks. I only wish I could save him from himself.
Clive, you...
I have another mission too. Father has given me my first command.
Well, if you're not going to pray to Metia for your safe return, I shall just have to do it for you. There's going to be another war, isn't there? Since coming here, I've begun to take peace for granted. I assumed the war between our nations would be the last. But it never really ends, does it?
No. The next war will be bigger than before.
But you'll be all right, won't you, Clive? You're a shield of Rosaria, after all, and blessed by the Phoenix.
It's getting cold. We should go in. My lady.
Good night, Clive.
And I tell you what, that piano getting me feeling some kind of way. I love piano music. And I did not expect there to be this much piano, but it's already like every big emotional moment, there's always this piano hitting the right notes in the background.
Sorry, Ambrosia. We won't be hunting today.
I'm loving it. There's the picture that I took.
Don't worry.
Him in the
I'm sure
chocobo.
you'll do brilliantly.
I'll try.
I didn't expect to be in this
Good luck.
part of this time period for so long. I thought it was going to be like a quick flashback, but we're staying here. Oh my god. They got a lot. They got some iron lungs.
We ride for Phoenix Gate. May the blessing of the crystals go with us and shield the Firebird's flame forevermore! As grace departs, open the gates.
Man, the voice acting is so good. I love his voice. Elwin's? I was afraid about the voice acting when I watched that very first trailer. I remember that was like one thing I said. I'm like, ooh, I don't know about the voice acting. Man, it is
Lord Rossfield,
really good.
allow me. I shall see her safely to Phoenix Gate.
Thank you.
His goofy smile.
We're ready to depart, my lord.
May I say what an honor it is to serve alongside you?
Everyone's weapons are so huge. And like Monster Hunter out here.
No mere investigation. If there are goblins in Stillwind, they won't leave willingly. The beastmen are a fierce foe. We underestimate them at our peril.
Not today, we won't.
He's like,
Sir
okay.
Wade, Sir Tyler.
Wade and Tyler. I'm telling you, I love these names.
Pleasure, my lord.
They're so great.
As you command.
Is that
The
Biggs and
marshes,
Wedge?
And may the blessing of the crystals go with us.
So one thing that I'm a little... Oh, there's a world map, guys. Wait. Fast travel. Ah. Hold on one sec. Just gotta do this real quick. There's one thing that I'm a little confused about with Clive, because he said everyone's been telling him that he's been blessed by the Phoenix. And he has fire, but his mom said he was rejected. So I'm kind of wondering what that's about. Does she just think he was rejected, or was he like secretly rejected, or like what's up with that? That was interesting. Also, that dude, all those scenes were so... Like I said, I'm not even someone that watched Game of Thrones. I've only seen clips, but my God, that was like the most Game of Thrones thing ever. With like her trying to touch on him to get him to take the conversation a certain way, and he's just like, no, woman. And then like them at the table, like, oh my God, it's so Game of Thrones. It's funny. I mean, I love it though. I love it. It really grabs. It's not just, and again, I'm not saying that they copied off of Game of Thrones, but if they did, or if it was at least inspired by Game of Thrones, it's one of those things where it's inspired in the right way. It's hitting all the notes that makes that kind of interaction good. You know, it's not just a copy, but they don't actually know. Like, they understand what makes those kinds of situations interesting. So I love that. That was awesome. I'm gonna take this moment to run to the bathroom before we move on. All right. My wife is heated right now. I went up there and she is on fire. The school that my son's supposed to be going to, he's supposed to be getting a scholarship for disability, and they basically said no because he doesn't qualify. He needs like an extra what's the word? You're supposed to do like a evaluation, and she asked for an evaluation and they said no. But then when it came to the scholarship, they said no because he doesn't have an evaluation. And the evaluation they shouldn't have said no to because it's illegal to say no. And she knows that because she's a special ed teacher. But she didn't, she spoke up about it, but let it go because she figured he's just going to get the scholarship anyways. But now they're saying he's not going to get the scholarship because he didn't get the evaluation. So she is heated. She is calling everyone. She's going to be calling the state and telling them that what they're doing is illegal. And she knows how to do that because she's a special ed teacher. She already has to do that. So it's like her job already to do that. So she's gonna fire him on the grill. Let's just put it that way. Don't mess with Mama Bear. Okay, so I can't even like look around the map. I'm like stuck here. Lame. Look at this cool looking lake though. It looks like a hand. There was a time, not long ago, that the songs of civilization echoed through Stillwind's knotted bows, bogs. Now the settlements lie abandoned, and the only sounds to escape this forsaken place are the howls of beasts that have fled the Deadlands to make the bogs their home. Hopefully this is our first real, like, explore fight stuff. Area. Still waiting to see these goblins. I'm gonna laugh when they're like tiny.
Keep your eyes open for those goblins. The reports placed them in this area.
What if they're huge?
It's all swamps from here. Watch your step, my lord.
And everything else.
Oh yeah, here we go. Feeling overwhelmed? I haven't even fought anything yet. Try equipping one or more of the 5 timely accessories. For example, the Ring of Timely Strikes allows its wearer to chain complex attack combos only using square. Oh, these are like the baby mode equipments, right? Before I even get to fight anything, it's already telling me how to be a baby. So... I don't get these. I get that they're like accessibility options, basically. But there doesn't seem to be any detriment to equipping them. Like... they don't turn off trophies or... like... anything like that. So... oh, you didn't need to time that out. Because I agree. I think it's like a difficulty thing. Yeah, like, I don't know, it's just weird. Having these here is cool, but why not have like a just beginner difficulty? Like, instead it's sitting in my inventory. When I get other accessories, they're still gonna be here, and I have to remember to like not equip them. Yeah, there was that story mode. Why aren't they in story mode? You know what I mean? Game journalist gear. I don't know, that just seems really strange. Like, why not have an option in the menu that's like help, and then it gives you these? Why is it just here? Like, even if I'm playing the game on the quote-unquote hardest difficulty, these are still just going to clutter up my menu, and I have to remember not to equip them because they're the easy mode items. I mean, how many people, even if they want a challenge, are going to equip these just because they're here? You know, like, there's nothing stopping you. There's nothing, it's not turning off the trophies or anything, I feel like a lot of people are just going to equip them because they seem really good. Like, this one slows down time, so maybe that one's annoying. This just makes you always evade everything. Why would you, I mean, this one maybe you wouldn't equip because you want to do your own combos. But then this is just auto potion, which is like a thing that exists in other Final Fantasy games. Yeah, but you know, that's what I'm saying. You didn't have to time that out. That's what I'm saying though. Like, I could definitely see someone equipping these and then being like, wow, this game's too easy. Because they made it way too accessible. Like, it's way too right in your face. I like that you can choose. I just think they all shouldn't be here unless you pick the easier difficulty. Or there should be a way to remove them. Or there should be a more obvious, like, do you want to make the game super easy? I mean, yeah, there was a little tutorial that came up. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of that. Not a big fan of that at all. I think there's going to be a lot of people that just equip these because they're here. The whole can you delete them with the sort button? No, but for some reason they sorted differently when I hit the sort button. Path of least resistance. You know, talk about that a lot with game design. If you put something here that makes the game easier, a lot of people will use it. Even if later they complain about it. You know, for us, it's not a big deal. We know what this is. We know not to equip them. But I can guarantee you, and I haven't seen it yet, but I guarantee you there's a bunch of people right now complaining about these online. I guarantee it. There's a Reddit thread right now of people like, why do these rings make the whole game easy? Why, you know, this game's so easy. This game, blah, blah, blah. Almost guaranteed. Because this isn't a good way to do it. There's got to be some kind of barrier to entry. There's got to be some like thing that pops up that says, are you a baby? Yes or no. And if you hit yes, then it gives you these. Or story mode gives you these. Or when you click it, it says, are you sure you want to equip this? Or, you know, this is going to disable trophies. Something. Just any kind of barrier. Because if you don't put a barrier, a lot of people are just going to be like, okay, and just equip them. And then later be like, complain. You know, I just 100% that's going to happen. And it's a shame because if they just simply changed the way they implemented those, I think they could stop a lot of people from complaining. Bade by his father, the Archduke, to address reports of the ever-spreading blight having driven a horde of goblins into Rosarian territory. Clive journeys to the swamps of Stillwind, accompanied by a pair of loyal shields of the duchy. The map is just the world map. Wait. Oh, this is like... Okay. Started here, now we're here. Oh, look at the little 16-bit character models of my boys. Or sprites, I should say. Ooh, I have abilities. So no penalty for resetting abilities. Yeah, like me personally, I would rather see them hidden away, but it's not going to ruin my ability to enjoy the game. But I'm just saying, you know, 100% there's people out there complaining right now. 100%. 100%, I open up Reddit right now, there's people complaining about those. And because I just know the way it goes. If you don't, the path of least resistance is a really scary tightrope in game design. You have to make sure, you know, Kingdom Hearts 1 got a lot of flack for that too, because a lot of people ran through the entire game mashing X, and then at the end they were like, wow, that was simple. The magic sucked. So many people say the magic sucks in Kingdom Hearts. I get so many people when I'm playing Kingdom Hearts that come in and they go, the magic sucks in this game. And it's incredible. It's the strongest thing in the game by far. It's the speedrun spams magic half the game. But because the path of least resistance is mash X, a lot of people mash X throughout the game, but then they complain that it's too simple because the game didn't do a good enough job weaving magic into the general flow of the game. And here it's the same way. We're like, oh, I have these accessories. I'll just equip them because they're there. And then by the time you get to the end of the game, you're like, wow, the combos are so simple because you had that thing equipped. But, you know, path of least resistance, people are going to take it if it's there and then complain about it later. So I just think it could have been implemented better, unfortunately. But modern gaming, you know. Okay, so this is what I already have. That jump is so lame. Can I make the jump better? I can already do that. Oh, learned. Wait, there's a difference between learned and mastered. Interesting. Okay. Wait. Okay. It's actually my first save. Oh, look at the cute retro save file. That's dope. Yeah, I feel like Square Enix's mantra, Square Enix's general mantra is we would rather the game be accessible than make the hardcore fans happy. I mean, even like the remake was like that as well, even though it was a remake of an old game and the whole point of it was to be a remake of an old game. They always tend to go by, we would rather have everyone be happy and kind of annoy some people in the process because they'll get over it, kind of thing, you know? Like the hardcore fans will get over having these annoying things in their inventory, but then the few amount of people that use them and appreciate them, it'll bring more people into enjoying Final Fantasy, which is an okay thing to do, I think. I mean, I understand that mantra, but I think sometimes it doesn't need to be, you don't need to completely throw caution to the wind and be like, oh, let's have a tutorial for moving forward because babies might play this. Like,
not exactly the most well-maintained.
It's a mature game, okay?
Who do you imagine would maintain it? They've all fled from the blight.
It's a mature game. We're not having 3-year-olds play it. We don't need push the analog stick forward, you know?
It's hard to believe that anyone used to live here.
The old village of Stillwind is ahead. Not that there's a lot left of it.
I haven't talked too much of... Wow! Oh my god. How much gil do I have? Oh my god, I had 100 and now I have 102. I didn't really talk about it too much yet, but this game is rated M, and it's the first M Final Fantasy, right? At all? Even remake or anything? Like, is it the... I don't even know how many M Square Enix games there are, period, but... What do you guys think of that? Do you think that's a good path to go? Type 0 is M rated for what? The heck happens in Type 0 that's M rated? That's bizarre. But yeah, at least first mainline game. Oh, just the blood? Wow. But yeah, I kind of wonder what you guys thought of that, because I I was a little hesitant at first, honestly. Just because I was worried that the reasons for it being M might be a bit shallow. But now that I've played 10 minutes of it, you know, I instantly realize why it's M, and I think it's a great thing. Just the way that the general tone and setting and themes that this game is going for 100% makes sense that it's M. I think it would actually be a detriment to the game if it was T. So I think it 100% suits it. Happy that it's M for sure. But I wondered what you guys thought. Especially some of you that want to get your kids into Final Fantasy 2 like me as well. Like, I want to get my kids into Final Fantasy. Might have to wait a while before they play this one, you know? But give them something to look forward to, right? Oh, there they are. The goblins! Oh my god, they look exactly like I thought they would. Are we really being this? Uh-oh. Those are some scary looking goblins.
With me.
Everything is so realistic, you know? They're definitely going towards realism and less with the goofy, which I already felt with the summons, but even with the monsters. I can't wait. This is making me excited to see stuff like Malboros. Like, oh my god, what are... If there's Malboros in this game, what the heck are they going to look like? Use triangle after striking an opponent with square. Yeah, I already did that before. What? Oh, you can't, like, mash it. You have to press it, like, right away. What a weird battle theme.
Goblins. So the reports were true.
We should press on. There may be more ahead.
The music is weird. The music is very, like, upbeat. It almost feels like Kingdom Hearts battle music. I think it's just for this area, but still. I was not expecting... You know, I was expecting more of a... Instead, it was, like, very uplifting sounding. Like I said, like Kingdom Hearts sounding. Pokemon battle music. Let's go.
Welcome to Stillwind.
Have care, my lord.
There's more.
Like the violins, like, pick up. It's very uplifting sounding. Like we're just out here killing some goblins. No big deal. And then the fighting is like so brutal. Doesn't really fit. Oh my god, I just yeeted him. That was sick. Okay, listen. I'm not gonna say it. But you know what I want to say. You don't need me to say it. Man, I like the battle music a lot, though. Wasn't what I was expecting, but I like it a lot. Oh, secret item. How do I... Oh. Duh. A potion. I was gonna say, why is there a tutorial for picking up loot when I've been picking up loot already, and it's the most obvious thing ever. When I kill an enemy and a giant thing pops up and says, you got 1 gil. I don't need a tutorial telling me that I got 1 gil. Modern gaming. That's all I have to say. I just feel like I've been harping on it a lot, so I don't want to, like, beat a dead horse, but it's pretty hard not to harp on it when they harp on it, you know what I mean?
Watch out, my lord. Some of their number are spells.
Spell slingers.
What a number. We'll all have our hands full here.
I really like the dodge. I wish it was a bit easier to... Oh my god, I just perfect dodged the spell cast and then blasted the dude in front of me. That was sick. That was very God of War-ish. Old style God of War. I need to... try my... Did you say juice? Wait, what did he just say? I went up and slayed that goblin. I swear he said juice. Oh, I can do it out of battle too. Goblin juice. I want some of that crystal juice. I honestly wonder if that crystal juice thing was like a pompous way of showing power. Like the crystals are there to basically give everyone life, and then like the pompous high class like squeeze juice out of the crystals and drink it. Like that's how important we are. I kind of wonder if that was what that was, or if everyone just does that. But it kind of had that feeling of like I'm showing off in the cutscene. Where are we going? This way. There's no waypoint. I don't know where to go.
We should be nearing the old village square.
It might not be a nest of goblins.
Man, the camera work and stuff is just so good. Yeah, you know, the more...
Sneaky sods. We're trapped.
My lord.
We're trapped.
I'm working on it.
Okay, the plan is kill him.
He's the leader.
He has the hat. He must be the leader.
But we'll have to take care of his followers first.
He has the pointy hat. These goblins are great.
To thin the herd. As if
the more I play modern games, the more I've gotten used to the tutorial thing. I used to complain all the time about every single tutorial. Now I just complain about the absolutely brutally silly ones. So, I mean, I get it. Like, I get that tutorials are part of the gaming experience now. It's what, like, I get it. But, you know, when I play a mature game, the 16th game in a series, and it's a mature game, meaning that I'm not 5.
Shit! He's invited a friend!
And after picking up, the loot is automatically picked up. And after the 5th thing of loot I pick up, a thing comes up and says, hey, if you walk up to loot, you'll collect it. Like, it's just like, please, no. And the whole, you know, earlier with the tutorials too, like, sometimes it's too much. Large enemies must be faced with caution. No way. They have far more HP than their smaller counterparts, and will often use devastating abilities to overwhelm opponents. No way. Use the Blessing of the Phoenix to not only deal considerable damage to these enemies, but also break their wills, breaking an enemy's will stagger. I already know that, but okay. If we've already been taught that, why have the tutorial in the beginning of the game if you're just going to tell me again?
You don't have to tell me twice.
Ow. Like, I can't really praise the game for the, like, little sparring match where it taught us how to play when it just tells me through text later anyways. Like, that was a good tutorial, but it's ruined because it's still telling me the same thing again. Oh, this is new, actually. Partially staggered when it gets to 50. Anyways, enough about the tutorials. Talked enough about it. Ooh. So how does this rising flame? Is it just a count? Is it just a cooldown? I guess it is. My fire is so weak. It's 10 damage. Yeah, we've already been told this. Big swing. Oh god, spin to win. I thought I was clear. I can't imagine what the aerial combat is for, because you just barely jump up into the air. Also, I had some kind of Ronald effect there. Did you see that? My health was going up. I guess the aerial combo is kind of its, well, it is its own ability, so. Yeah, you're kind of like barely in the air. So it's not really for aerial enemies, it seems. Guess we'll see when we get more aerial enemies, if he maybe jumps higher or like connects with them better. Oh, what a finale. But I can't see it because a bunch of stuff came up. Hey, I want to see the cool... I want to see my cool move. Following important battles, a separate results screen will appear. No way. Why you tell me this now? I just saw it. I need a screen to tell me about its screen.
Come back and fight, you coward! After him, before he summons the rest.
Man, voice acting so good. I don't think he speaks English. Though at first glance this modest wrist piece might appear as uncomfortable fit for those cursed with fleshy forearms, upon further inspection one would be relieved to discover the band incomplete, affording its wearer a modicum of comfort, be he swine or starveling. That is the most in-depth description of leather arm weights. I love it. Okay, I didn't get enough ability points to learn anything. Well, actually, I could learn these, or I can master this. I still don't know what mastering does, but... Charge magic. Stomp. Okay, here's an aerial ability. Use R1 to recover immediately after being knocked back. R2 touchpad. Using the touchpad for combat? Hold square to imbue Clive's blade with fire. Wow, that seems really good. Okay, we're getting a little more aerial stuff now. Lunge. I would like lunge. And burning blade. And hey you. I could just whistle now. I'm gonna be doing that constantly now, just so you know.
There he is. Damn it.
Oh, I can just go over it. It wasn't a tutorial, it's an ability.
This ends now.
Uh-oh.
What's in there?
Oh my god.
Bloody hell!
Oh, now we know.
A warble? This far south.
Hey, back to its original name.
Keep clear of its maw, my lord. That thing's breath is worse than its bite.
I think I got the fire sword. I whistled at it. I'm helping. Bad breath!
Oh, that reeks! I said stay away from its mouth!
Did you get any status ailments? No. Doesn't look like it. But they're also just guest characters, so I don't know if they can get status ailments. I don't know how to do the charge thing. Ah! Okay. It just takes a while. It's not really worth the wait. Ouch. Almost 1,000 damage. I like how it tells you how much damage you did during the stagger. It's kind of cool.
Where's it going?
Your guess is as good as mine.
You don't!
Question mark. QTEs?
No! Before it recovers!
Free stagger. And this song. Epic. Can I do a full combo like this? Yeah, I can. You can go attack magic, attack magic, attack magic, attack magic. Make it a whole combo. Like that. It's a full combo. That's cool. Does this move give a lot of stagger bar? Holy crap, yes it does. I wondered if I should only use it when he's staggered for the damage, but it gives a lot of stagger bar too. Welcome back, heroes.
Cannot fall here.
Oh, this is different. Oh, okay. There's different ones. Oh my god, that was like the longest time ever. I hit it when it actually came up, not when the circle came up. Wow, this song is just...
Ooh, I think we made it angry.
Rather we made
Face
it
plant.
die.
I should have broke him there. Wait, can I still? That's a no. What the? I broke him, but it didn't count. I wondered if I could break him during an attack and cancel it, but it didn't look like I could cancel that attack. Kind of a shame. But it might just be that attack in particular. Run away!
Fine display, my lord.
The victory chant. Victory song, but it's a Latin chant. I love it. So there's a stat called stagger. I don't know if that's just like the damage you do to the stagger bar. Maybe. A fine display, my lord. Yeah, thank you for the gift of the sub to said.
My lord. Thanks. I never thought I'd see it. Not just goblins in Rosaria, but morbals too.
I'll petition His Grace to send a detachment. If we don't stop them here, they'll be at our gates before long.
We should get moving. We don't want to be caught out here after dark.
If we set off now, we can still reach Phoenix Gate before nightfall.
Damned blight.
They really like having Clive walk away and then look back. They do that with like every cutscene. He's always like,